Hey y'all, this is me building $100,000 company in public. This is, I don't know, coming up on 2 weeks now. And what you can see here is a cold email opening sequence that I wrote. I had it reviewed by a coach. He said it looks pretty good. I will put this into emails and probably start a campaign over the weekend. I also made significant changes to my website. So this was the website before. I just cooked it up very quickly with Claude, um, and this is the new one. There's still some changes to be made on it. There's things to fix, but this is the new one. It looks much more polished. It looks much more impressive. I will probably re-record this because I don't like the Wistia thing. It looks weird, and B, I look a bit scruffy here, so I'm going to change that. But some pretty extensive changes to the website, as you can see. And, it looks pretty good. I worked on it for a couple of hours. I'll probably need to work on it for a couple more to get it just right. Because I also need to change out all this copy. This was all just generated by the system, and I do not like AI generated copy. So that brings me to my next point, which is something that I made a rant video about last night. I haven't posted it because I was just kind of angry with it. And I was angry with like AI content. I don't like AI being used for any sort of end result art or end result content that's like meant to be consumed for the sake of itself. So there's a ton of use cases for AI. Don't get me wrong. I use it all the time. I use it to build this sort of site, but it's really good for operationalization of tasks, and it's good for like sending out automated responses that are small and to like achieve a result. Right? It's not good for actual creative tasks, something that you're supposed to evoke some sort of good emotion from people, because it just keeps pumping out the same shit over and over and over and over again and pisses me off because it's so fucking boring. Like, look at this. We don't just send emails. We build like it's always just we don't this, we that, and like built different. Like this just reminds me of the fucking stupid ass guy with the fucking egg on his arm and he's like, I'm built different, and he cracks the egg. And then there's a stitch on TikTok where like this like skinny 14-year-old girl with like twig arms puts a egg there, and she does this and it breaks too, and it's just the funniest shit. Anyway, this kind of shit is just it's like I'm gonna have to change all this. I'm gonna have to rewrite all this copy. Um, there's places for it, but generally speaking, AI copy sucks balls, and AI anything creative sucks balls. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because of two things. One, this one really pissed me off, but it was an ad that my mom got on Facebook Marketplace, or like Facebook, and it was a for like a peeler that was like a knife. It was like a comb, but it's like a knife, right? It looks like a comb. It has a bunch of like teeth, I guess. And basically, what was happening in the video, the ad. This is an ad on fucking Facebook, by the way, like a sponsored post or whatever. They had the carrot or whatever, and they were taking like the peeler, and they were just doing, and like the whole thing was being perfectly julienne. One stroke, two stroke, like in like 7, 8 strokes, the whole carrot is perfectly julienne. It's fucking ridiculous. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, this is AI, 100%. Like, there's no doubt in my mind at all. Like, this is the most obviously AI bullshit. But because I'm attuned to AI to some degree, right? I've been using it for the last few months, and I've gotten so good at just spotting AI, and I can just tell. Like, it doesn't take very long for your pattern recognition to pick this stuff up once you start working with it a little bit, because it's so bad. Like, I need you to understand how bad these models still are. You can do a ton with it, don't get me wrong, but they suck. like anyway, all that being said, um, that's that should be illegal, right? Like that isn't something that should be allowed to take place. There we go. Okay. But that's where we are. And if, I wasn't there and they didn't have me available to ask about it, then they would have just bought this, fucking scam product that wouldn't do shit. And we've seen more and more of this sort of inauthenticity be lifted up over the last few decades. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse, not just with the internet, but the internet's definitely made it worse. And just scams and that sort of stuff. I feel like we're in the golden age of scams. But even more than that, like there's people using AI for content and trying to be authentic. I feel like they think this is how you're supposed to do it, or maybe they're just taking shortcuts. But what I saw yesterday was a video from this lady who was, I guess, a writer, and she was talking about like writer's block, but like a deeper emotional sort of writer's block that you can't really get over easily, and like what to do when that's the case. And it seemed like she was actually struggling from it because from her like facial features and like expressions and how she was talking, it seemed like that was legit. Like she was legitimately feeling that. The problem is her actual words were clearly an AI written script. So she got this idea maybe and she wanted to talk about it, and maybe she didn't know how to write a full script, or she didn't have the time, or she just wanted to get started and she just had AI write the script. And full disclosure, I don't actually know that she had AI write the script, but I'm willing to bet money on it because I can just see the patterns that there was tons of AI in that for sure. She may have done some touch-ups. But my point is, it took this video that could have been very authentic, that it seemed like, the worst part is it seemed like she was trying to be authentic. And then I was like, but this is inauthentic. This is insanely inauthentic. I don't give a shit if you're feeling that this is authentic. These aren't your fucking words. These ideas are half baked. It's bad product. Okay, and that's what AI makes as far as creativity goes. It makes bad fucking product. I don't know why exactly I like human made stuff so much more. I think the biggest thing is that it's just not the same shit spit out over and over again. I think there's like these minute differences and changes between each iteration that a human does because of our imperfect nature and because of our, the broadness of our mind. And I think also because this is what we've been accustomed to look out for. These sorts of human imperfections are what let us know that this other person's communication and stuff is human, right? That's what we've evolved for millions of years to respond to. So that's what we like. The same shit over and over. We don't like that. We don't like M dashes all over the place. Fucking M dash. Fucking, there we go. There's 2 more. There's 3 more. Like, I've never used an M dash before in my life before AI came around, right? It's just fucking stupid. But my point is that it was inauthentic. Okay, that's what AI is. When you use it for content, when you're trying to be authentic and you use AI, you are being inauthentic. Okay, I'm telling you this right now. And the biggest takeaway that I have right now is that in this world, as business skills are being made easier with AI, technical skills are absolutely being made easier with AI. Business skills are being made easier with AI. Everything's being made more commoditized. Every skill is becoming more commoditized. I think the biggest currency we're going to have going forward in this world, at least for the foreseeable future, is our authenticity. That's all we have. That's literally all we have, right? You either have a whole bunch of assets already, like physical assets, like money, property, fucking whatever else, right? Which most of us don't. Or if you're in the creator space of any kind, or even just in real life, authenticity is in such fucking short supply. It's not even funny. And if you can be authentic, even if you're wrong, just don't be a charlatan. Don't be actively trying to mislead people. But if you can just be authentic, I feel like that's going to become more and more and more valuable in the world. So that's the only thing going forward. That's the only thing I'm going to try and do with this YouTube channel. Is literally I'm just going to be as authentically me as I possibly can be. I don't know, this shit makes me so fucking mad. This shit makes me so fucking mad. AI was supposed to fix things. It was supposed to change the world. It was supposed to make life better, and it's just slop. It's just fucking slop. And the worst part is it does make this sort of stuff operationally easier, but we do not reap the benefits of that. Man, I gotta make a fucking philosophical rant video about that. But this is what I built today, so, hopefully you enjoyed that rant. But here's my promise to you. I'm gonna be as authentic as I can. That's really it. That's the draw of this channel. That's the whole fucking shtick. Have a great rest of your day.